Morning, everybody. Fabio here with 40 Below Gaming. Just have an hour to kill, so I am gonna get back to these Necrons that I was working on yesterday. I got the first coat on most of them, or actually on all of them, so I am going to now bust out the next few colors and start building up this batch in preparation for some airbrushing. So, without further ado, today's coat is Typhus Corrosion. Got a million pots here, which is good. Gonna try and consolidate them a bit. See where. Oddly enough, the one that I spilt still has the most, which is good. Try and use up the rest in there, but so I was planning on going live last night, but I ended up going out to party. I don't regret it. Okay, so most of it's in here now. What I am going to do is try and use up this last little bit that's in these. I need a sponge. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so got our sponge. This brush is too big, let's switch it out for something a little smaller to get. So what I do first, garbage over here, with my pluck foam, I pluck away some of it because it's right now it's way too flat. Need to get a little, get some indents in it, get a little less, a little more rigid. That way when I dab it doesn't it's not as consistent, which is exactly what I want. So now with these half-used pots, I'm just gonna quickly try and use up the last bit of paint that didn't transfer to the consolidated pot. So basically all I do is paint a layer onto the foam. Got that brush. Usually don't clean off the brush, but I found that it starts to solidify and doesn't do well. Okay, so this one is burnt out. That is good. I think I want to do some terrain with empty spray cans and empty pots. So if anyone has any, don't throw them out. Hit me up. So you'll see, can you see? I don't know. Just light application, and then what you do is with the other side, you go against it again, and it actually presses it down, it pulls some away. It just, I don't know, I find it just makes it look better. So yeah, not doing anything crazy today. Just thought, hey, I'm gonna be painting. May as well go live. See if anybody else is doing any hobbying out there this morning. It is quite early for some. I had to be up early because Manchester United played this morning at like what 7:30, I guess. So I had to be up to support them. So that is the top of that one done with this, with the good old typhus corrosion. I'm gonna have to go pick up some more typhus corrosion by the looks of it. Probably burn out what I've got here with these models, so which is totally cool with me. Alright, so that bottle's done. Boom! 2 done. Good. The other nice thing about the sponge technique is you never get the same outlines. You always get markings, but it's rarely ever you're gonna get the exact same markings, which is great. Because I mean, while uniformity is important, I mean you can eventually getting something that looks just straight up like an assembly line is, I don't know, in my opinion, kind of boring. And you know, these guys, models have, by their backstory, they've been around forever. So why not make them look like they've been around forever? So, dun, dun, dun. Cool. So that's 3 night scythes. Their top's done. Let's move on to this shiny spider. The cool thing about doing it this way is there is no wrong way to do this. Literally just kind of go to town, fill it up, and like I said yesterday, like you don't have to, with the dry brush or the silver, you don't have to actually worry about it. Oh man, that shine, that silver shining right off from the little bit of light coming from outside. That doesn't work very well. I have to see some pictures later. But yeah, there's no the spots that were missed with the dry brush just start to get covered with other paints. So it looks more natural, I think. That's nice. Looks good. Spider's done. I'm gonna have to reload on the paint. It's one thing I find with the sponge, it does absorb liquid. Crazy concept. But you can see, like, I can get a pretty decent amount out of it, and if I want to squeeze the sponge a little more, I can get a little more use. But I don't typically like doing that. Oh shit. Mr. Paul Ledfries, how are you doing, my man? Good morning. Welcome. I think I finished this one. Yeah, this spider's good to go. Put them over there. Let's get to the bottom of these sights. I'm only going to be around for about an hour today. The wife has a soccer playoff match, so I got to get out of here to go support. So I'm very excited about that. Very happy for her. So I've got to get out and do my thing. Go cheer for her. But for now, I figured get a little bit of hobbying done. Too early to be hobby. Yes, I've got, so this is the typhus, so I've done Necron Compound, I've done now the Typhus Corrosion, I then apply Nurgling Green, Underhive Ash, probably can't see them because that little bit of light that's coming in, yeah, so Underhive Ash, Nurgling Green, then Rise of Rust, and then the rest goes to the airbrush. So there's quite a bit happening in terms of weathering and stuff like that, which I like, so I will continue to do it. Oh, I didn't. Yes, I didn't. Missed. Did I miss? Yeah, I did. So I don't know if you guys can see the kind of before and after. So this is before, just straight up the silver dry brush from yesterday, and then the first layer, you can kind of see that you're starting to lose some of that shine for some grimy Rise of Rust. No, not Rise of Rust. Sorry, Typhus Corrosion. So as these colors build up, they're kind of the underlayers of all the rust, and then the Rise of Rust over the top of it kind of seals it all in. So it is a process, but one I very much like. Who is commanding the 40 below gaming tag today? I have a feeling it is Dan again, but I could be wrong. Alright, so the 3 scythes are completed, or this phase of them is completed. Let's get some more paint out here. Oops, that was not nearly enough. So now I've got, oh, so depressing, 5 barges to do, so we're going to try and bang these bad boys out. So with these things, the issue is that this sponging dabbing technique is great, but there is way too many small areas because these things were assembled got them secondhand, so they already assembled. So I'm gonna have to get a smaller sponge to kind of get in the smaller crevices. So I'm just gonna try and get as much done on the big open surfaces as possible, and then it's good enough. Let that dry. It's already dry now. So is what's happened? Planes of War still has that 1 ticket kicking. If anybody is interested, make sure to jump in and grab that ticket. I've got on the 23rd of this month, so April, we're going to have our Reset Open Gaming Night at Reset Interactive Ultra Lounge. It's going to be a garage sale as well, so if you got anything you want to buy, sell, or trade, make sure to bring that out. We've also got the Dusty Auspex, our podcast, every Thursday, so don't miss out on that either. Dan and Roy are hilarious. While we're still talking about 40K and things related to tabletop hobbying, it's a little more informal, so it's nice. They just kind of shoot the shit, more interactive with the people watching and their comments, and yeah, they have a good time with that, so we hope everyone enjoys that. And lastly, please remember to follow, like posts, like the 40 Below Gaming Facebook page, and also please rate us. Ratings help us get matched up with people when they're searching for stuff related to tabletop hobbying, 40K, Age of Sigmar, stuff like that. So if you can, please go to the Facebook page and rate us. We are also on Twitter and Instagram, so be sure to follow us there as well. We are all 40 Below Gaming. That is the tag for all of them. So very easy. Be sure to like and follow for all information. Dan, Erich, good morning. Welcome to early morning hobby time. No, run low. Oh, that sucks. The struggle. Ooh, that is wet, very wet water. That's nice. Should probably clean that up. Well, I guess we have to pause for a minute. We're on a nice roll there. Bum, bum, bum. As I shake the table again, absolutely killing it this morning, boys. These are the risks that come with morning hobbying. But not to worry. We make sure to have our roll of paper towel with us, and we are good to go. Let's put this under there. Alright, and we're back in action. How's this one? So yeah, the only shitty thing about this is I'm going to have to go back through all these barges with a smaller sponge because can't quite get into all the crevices due to these being assembled before I bought them secondhand. So that's four down, boys. Oh, these ones are loose too. Oh god. Okay. Dude, it's too early to lift. Fuck. Dun dun dun. I had to get up super early to watch Man U play, so I went for a jog afterwards. And now I am hobbying because I can't fall back asleep. Just doesn't happen. So okay, so those are looking pretty good. Okay, so the 5 barges are done. Let's get these last few bits done, and then the annihilation weapon systems have to get done as well. I'm very glad that those weren't glued on or anything, because that would have been a nightmare. Yeah, but Marin, you get more games in than me, man. I just never get to play, that's my problem. Bit done. That's done. Cool. Now to the Shadow Mine. Yeah, that could be possible. I mean, it definitely looks like it will be quicker games. I mean, I think it also has the potential to be quite long games as well if you choose it, depending on how complex you want to play. At least that's what I kind of get the vibe. But we'll see. The little standalone games are always interesting. I think they always do well for a little while, and then they kind of just fade to the back. So if it actually becomes something popular, that'd be really cool. Oh man, Darren Allen, all the way from England. What is going on, buddy? I saw your post this morning about your 30K army you're doing. The Thousand Suns, saw the Dreadnoughts going on their bases. Got me really excited, and I wanted to get to hobbying. I met Darren at the LVO in 2016, so that's the Las Vegas Open, down in Vegas in 2016, so last like February. Wicked painter, stand-up guy. Really cool that he has tuned in to watch me dab the shit out of these Necrons. Darren, what's been going on with you? Any tournaments recently? Any new 40K adventures? I always see you posting up painting and stuff. Do you like do commission work, or do you just fucking love painting? No, not a new army. I'm adding another 1,000 points of vehicles to my 16,000 points of Necrons. I've got 3 Night Scythes and 5 Annihilation. No, sorry. Command Barge / Annihilation Barges, and then two more Spiders on the table. Okay, just love painting. Man, if you guys want to see some sweet work, add Alan, Mr. Darren Allen, on either like Facebook or on, I think, Instagram is where you post. Some of his stuff is just gorgeous. He's a great painter. Slightly envious, just a little though. No retreat, okay. And how is that? Oh, this thing's not attached properly. Did you go to LVO this year? No Retreat, is that more of a hobby tournament? I seem to recall you posting something about a tournament that you went to that's like a special invite event, and all the armies seem to be painted like really top notch. Alright, so that's it for this sponge. So all I do is rip the top that has all the paint so it hardens and it's useless, and I keep working down the sponge. Now I need to get in these crevices like I mentioned, so I have smaller pieces of pluck foam here. So I'm just going to do the same thing, tear away bits to make it a more uneven surface. Oop, all the static is causing this foam to stick to my fingers, which I guess isn't a bad thing when I'm trying to not make a mess. Boom. Okay, that'll work. So now with a smaller sponge, I'm gonna get in all these spots that I was unable to with the larger sponge. This shouldn't take too long, as there's not many spots. Just gonna get some typhus corrosion on this sponge. Darren, when are you going to come to Canada to play? There's one spot left in the Plains of War, GT, at the end of May. Just saying. Fly all the way here for the weekend. Bring Wes with you. He's back in England somewhere. Working or something. It's pretty lame. Who works these days? Alright, so those are good. Now I'm back to these barges to get all these spots that were missed. So yeah, when I ever get pluck foam, I never throw out the pieces that are plucked out, because I absolutely love it. I utilize these bits like nothing. Oh, be honest, it's too far for 40k, I get it. And it's not Vegas, I know. We're like the butthole of Canada right here, let me tell you. Nah, it's all right here. It's just not a fancy-dancy destination, that's all. And I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to come here either. Especially Americans, man. They got so many tournaments and such a short distance to travel to get to them, and it's so cheap. Like, to travel in the States, it's just, like, costs nothing. It's amazing. Country that did it right in terms of encouraging people to spend money within the country, fucking America. Bum bum bum. Are you planning to go back to the LVO, Alan? Chris Allen. We have a Chris Allen's buddy, Darren. I've been talking to Wes and some other guys around here about it. We're thinking of going again next year. I'd really like to go again. Just depends if time permits, if the wife allows it, and you know, a few other little things, but. Oh yeah, you are? Oh man, that'd be great. Just super. Oh, that would act. What army you been playing lately? Were you playing Cult Mech in 2016? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure you had Cult Mechanicus or Skatar or whatever there. Or did you have Dark Eldar or something? No, I don't think you had Dark Eldar. I can't remember. Demonkin. I don't think I remember seeing your army. Was it Sean that had? I think it was Sean, right? That had maybe the Cold Neck? I don't know. It's all such a blur. So many armies. Boom, there it is. Alright. So just gonna tidy up these last bits here. Gonna then check the time because I know I was only gonna be planning on being on for a little while today. Got some family stuff. Got the wife has a soccer game later. Oh man. Very excited for her to play. I love watching her, so that's always good. Okay, so let's see here. What do we got for time? Oh, the jeans to the call. Oh, that's right. I do remember seeing those pictures. Yes, that's right. That's right. Let's see. What time do we have? Oh my God, I have no clock in here at all. Where's my watch? Not in here either. Great. Let's see. Boom. Okay. Do I start anything else? No, I think I'm gonna call it. Gotta call it. Yep. So guys, let's see if I can get this without the light from outside just totally killing. Let's flip this camera around. So you can see, got a little bit of rust going now with the typhus corrosion over top of the Necron compound. Really simple. So eventually with the other build-up colors, it'll start to look like this one. Right, you'll have, as you move it around, you'll have all the greens, you'll have the rust colors. And then from this point, then I go to the airbrush to put some object source lighting, you know, with the eye, the bulbs, stuff like that, all the stuff on the undercarriage. And yeah. So there's lots of work to be done. I'm working on some new ways to build up these models. But yeah, so that's going to be coming in the next few weeks, I guess. Yeah, so other than that, that's going to be it for today. Remember guys, please like and follow our page 40 Below Gaming. We've got the podcast, we got monthly events at Reset. We have our 4 tournaments. We got Plains of War coming up at the end of May, has 1 spot remaining. So if you're wanting to get in, don't hesitate any longer, because once it's gone, it's gone. There is going to be the waiting list, so be sure to get on that in the event that anybody does have to pull out at the last second. Yeah, please, 40 Below Gaming, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like them, give some feedback. Yeah, and that's it for now, guys. Have a great weekend, and see you next time. Take care.